Hello everybody, welcome here to my Impact Wrestling review of not January, February 20th, 2014. Uh so yeah. Credit to whoever made this lockdown arena and these two Gunner and James Storm cause. If you're wondering why they're facing, you'll see why at the end of the video. If you haven't seen Impact, that is. So yeah, let's get into it. We started off with, MVP, and Magnus. MVP always calling him paper champion, and then, and then, Magnus, yeah, that's the name. Magnus said he was going to make MVP his PITCH. and it was hilarious. They're like, "Don't say it. Don't you freaking say it." And that happened. So MVP's like, "Don't you say it." And then once he said it, he's like, "God darn it." And he started punching Magnus. Then here comes EC3 or C3PO, I'm sorry. Coming out to save Magnus and start attacking MVP. Then it showed a backstage segment of the Wolves trying to get through security and Rockstar Spud, which they end up doing. Him and Gunner, those two guys and Gunner, all came out, and then went to help MVP. So once Magnus and C3PO were done with their attack, so yeah, once they were done with their attack, they go and then they see the Wolves, and this is what I don't, and this is what I hate. This is what I hate about this segment, which is, all right, Magnus, as opposed to escaping the Wolves, he runs right past them, like right next to freaking Eddie Edwards or whatever. He runs right beside him. I don't get that. I would have easily caught him just like that. Like, ugh, I got you. But it just didn't make any sense how he runs right past one of the Wolves and they don't even notice. You know, they could have at least got Magnus to go through the crowd. Unless the crowd can't lead to the backstage area or whatever. I don't know. Also, every single week, they make sure they make Magnus look like the weakest champion ever. And he is. TNA is making him the weakest champion ever, getting these fluke victories out of every single title match. And that's what I don't like. I want to see a legit, heel out of Magnus. I like Magnus as a heel. I just cannot take him seriously with all these fluke wins, And soon enough, since Samoa Joe is over as Rover, he's gonna end up winning the title at Lockdown, and then we never get to see Magnus be a real champ, be an actual champ, So yeah, that's just what I don't like. After that, we got Samoa Joe coming out, and he's challenging anyone to a match. And then the Bromans and Zima Ion come out. Or DJ Zima, I think he's being called now. So they all come out. They all do their stuff. and Samoa just says, well, instead of facing one of you, how about I face all three? So it's Samoa Joe versus Bromans, Zima Ion, in a handicap match. The Bromance job to Samoa Joe. Why? Are we getting the United States Intercontinental treatment that WWE gives us? Like, how they absolutely treat their U.S. champion like crap? Obviously now they aren't, but like when Cesaro and Kofi, whatever, were champ, they always treated him and Wade Barrett like pieces of trash. I guess that's what we're getting with the bromance right now. You know, I guess we can't take our tag team champions seriously. Why not? Why not somebody else? Why not Shark Boy? What is Shark Boy doing anymore? I need to go take a look at the Impact roster while I load that up. Because they could easily have him beat 3 other guys who aren't the bromans. So I just don't like that. So yeah, I don't like that. It's not my favorite. After that, we got a backstage segment. We got a backstage segment between James Storm and Robbie Boone and Bobby Roode. They're just having a conversation about how they all just need to chill out and understand, they're not gonna get what they want right now. Boring stuff. See, I'm looking at the Impact roster right now. You got Rob Terry, you got Manic, Kenny Kane, Hernandez is still on the roster, for God's sake. Eric Young's in the storyline. Garrett Bischoff is still there. How about those 3 guys I just mentioned right there? Rob Terry, Kenny Kane, and Manic. There you go. There's your heel team. Except for Manic. I don't know. It's just I think my point's proven. There's a lot of people on the Impact roster. Or maybe this isn't updated since Stain's still on the roster, so I don't know. So back. So we got that Bobby Roode, James Storm segment. Gail Kim versus Madison Rayne in a street fight. This was not a good match. In my opinion, obviously, but in my opinion, this wasn't a lack. I felt like this is all just about weapons. This is a match for weapons. I'm gonna take a look about all the weapons. The victory was Gail Kim hit Madison Rayne with the belt, and Madison's belt, obviously, for the win. I thought it was for the title for a second. I don't know. When she won, I was really surprised. So yeah. Alright, let me look at all the weapons that were used in this match. A cookie sheet. Chair. Kendo stick. Belt. Okay, so there weren't that many weapons, but it felt like all the match was to promote them. they were promoting the weapons they were promoting the weapons using this match, So I just did not. So I just didn't like that. We got Storm and Gunner backstage segment. Don't care. Bobby Roode came out, grabbed a mic, and he's all like, yeah, I like Impact, but I need a title shot. And then Dixie Carter comes out and says that she's in the lead of lockdown. Yeah, the lead of lockdown, and if he's the team and if he wins the match for her, then then he gets a title shot, I think. Yeah, that was it. That was it. So, or no, not the title shot. She would, Bobby Roode would get like 10 or 15% of authority or something. Yeah, 10% ownership of the company if the team won. I'm looking at this article, ProWrestling.net, courtesy of them thing. So, yeah. My thoughts. There are a lot of authority figures. If you think about it, you got the Chief of Shafts, Rockstar Spud, got the President, Dixie Carter. Doesn't Ethan Carter have some place in authority? I thought he did. Well, even not him. Even not him. You got the new investor, MVP. See, when I was thinking about this, I thought there were a lot more authority figures. Like, the cameraman, security guards, gotta do your job. You work for me now. No, sir. You are for WWE. You are not for TNA. Ooh, too bad. Ugh. So, yeah. I just feel like there's too many authority figures about that segment. That's all. After that, we got an interview with Jeremy Borash and some guy. Sam Shaw attacked Anderson in the background. Christy Hem. I don't know how it's pronounced. I forgot. See, when I look at the spelling of her name, it just seems like Hemi, and then it's Hem, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it anymore. Christy Hemme went down. Sam Shaw slamming Anderson into a door. Sam Shaw picked up Christy Hemme, carried her away. After that, we got Bad Influence versus the Wolves. Where have Bad Influence been? You know, when was the last time they were on TV? I feel like if I did enough research, I could go back and see the last time they were on TV. I don't know. So 5-minute match. They had the top rope double stomps. Christopher Daniels for the win. Oh yeah, what's his name? Davey Richards. He was bleeding. During the match. So I don't know if they're gonna post photos on that like WWE always does, or they're just gonna, they're just gonna like not sell it at all, as James Storm is bleeding a lot on his forehead. So yeah. Again, match to build up the Wolves. Why'd I shut my iPod off? I don't know. But just another match to build up the Wolves. I think the OMG Wrestling Podcast was supposed to get Bad Influence on a podcast. I don't know. They haven't. I know that, but but I thought they were trying to do it at one point. So, alright. Okay, cool. So, yeah. After that, we got the backstage segment with Sam Shaw, Christy Hemme. They started doing stuff. Don't get that wrong. Then he noticed the cameraman. Breaking the fourth wall. And he started going towards the cameraman. Why? I don't get, you know, I don't get this cameraman things. Like, Rockstar Spud found the cameraman. Now Sam Shaw finding cameraman. I feel like, if the cameraman was there, why didn't he save Christy? Or camera woman? Whoever was holding the camera. Why didn't he or she save Christy Hemme? I just don't get that. Just do not get that at all. And actually, maybe it's because I don't know. I'm trying to think of some crazy reason for it, but still, I just don't like how they're mentioning the cameraman like they've been doing the past couple weeks. Oh yeah, and then there are two videos that went on throughout the night. It was like the Gunner promo, and then like a Magnus thing, like a video package, obviously, but with these like the Gunner and Magnus, hype video I don't know, the video packages. Those were done nicely. I like those. I forgot to mention this last week. The Willow or whatever, which apparently was Jeff Hardy's gimmick in a different wrestling company before, I think. That's what people are saying. Like, the Willow is back or whatever. I'd expect him to debut or come back, however this is gonna work. I'd expect that to happen, the week before lockdown or the week after. That's always what wrestling companies do. They always have the new guy debut the week before the pay-per-view or the week after. Same thing with Alexander, Rusev, and WWE. I expect them to debut probably not the night after the Chamber, but like a week. Yeah, a week after the Chamber match. Alright, and as we got James Storm winning here, I can't wrap this up yet, so I'll restart the match. So here we are. Gunner versus Magnus for the TNA World Title. So, this was a cool match. I enjoyed it. Except for all the run-ins. That's where it's sort of like, I feel like they're always doing run-ins and ref bumps. That is what TNA is known for. So somebody asked me like, what are they doing title matches for TNA? Ref bumps, run-ins. That's all that's what's in every single title match. Man, it's just like that. The Bromans came out, EC3 came out, C3PO, the Wolves, James Storm, Rockstar Spud. Like, everybody was coming out. Thank God there wasn't a ref bump, but still, everybody's just coming out random times, just to help people or to distract people or whatever. And for some reason this is no DQ. I did not know that. Yeah, cause like everybody was attacking Magnus and Gunner and all of them. So I just didn't get out. So then in the match, Storm, he came out. So Storm came out. Gunner was going for his comeback. He hit his slingshot suplex slam. Got to the top rope. Ooh, what the heck's this? Why do I have $1 in my pocket? Oh, that's messed up. During the video even, huh? Alright, so Gunner, he's on the top rope. Rockstar Spud comes. No. What? Where's Venezuela when you need him? No. Did I say Venezuela was a him? I don't know. Still, Venezuela. Let me see. No, no. Don't jump on Magnus. So, James Storm comes in. He throws Rockstar Spud to the floor. Then Gunner jumps. Mid-air super kick from not Magnus. James Storm. And then Magnus got the 1-2-3 on him as a sort of like payback. I don't know. So I get. It's cool. They had somewhat of a good match the last couple times, but I don't get why you're best friends, then you break up, have a couple matches, you're best friends again, got back together, yeah. So yeah, you're best friends, you break up, have a couple matches, get back together, the band gets back together, and then you're friends again, and then what was this, like a month since they decided to be friends? James Storm comes back and hits him in the face, or kicks him in the face. There. I just don't get that. I don't get the just the idea of that. If James Storm's idea is like, oh, I just befriended you for the briefcase. I ruined your chances just like you ruined mine. In fact, that probably is gonna be the reason. Watch next Impact, calling it. You all heard it here. But it looks like we're gonna get Magnus versus Samoa Joe, and Gunner versus James Storm at Lockdown. The reason I put it in Extreme Rules match is because I think that's the type of match they'll have. No DQ. So, yeah, that was my thoughts on Impact. Again, I'm doing these in singles reviews for this week and next week to see if this goes faster than uploading them both in one big review. So yeah, I guess I will see